You were easy to replace. Replaceability is not a moral judgment. It is an operational conclusion reached when a system proves it can continue without negotiating with a specific presence. Once inputs stabilize, outputs normalize, and risk stays within acceptable bounds, the individual who once absorbed uncertainty is downgraded to a variable. Variables can be fixed, swapped, or removed without interrupting flow. Identity is not evaluated. Personality is not debated. The system observes friction, latency, and variance that aligns around whichever configuration minimizes disturbance. When alternatives maintain throughput with fewer exceptions and less coordination cost, attachment dissolves. Position becomes optional. This pattern emerges wherever coordination costs exceed the perceived benefit of personal discretion. Any role that requires repeated clarification, explanation, or special handling becomes a candidate for compression. Decisions drift toward modularity because modular units are easier to price, easier to schedule, and easier to replace. The system is not correcting unfairness. It is removing fragility. Discretion is flattened into predefined paths. Judgment is compressed into checklists. Loyalty narratives evaporate the moment they fail to improve predictability or hit targets. Replaceability advances once redundancy is detected. As soon as two actors can generate similar outputs, exclusivity collapses. The system responds by documenting knowledge, extracting it from private memory, and storing it in shared artifacts. One-off exceptions become tickets. Judgment becomes workflow. Style is stripped out in favor of consistency. Scripts replace intuition. Forms replace conversations. The frame becomes the trusted unit, not the person operating inside it. The individual is now adjacent to value, not the source of it. The trigger is rarely incompetence. It is friction. Delays that require follow-up. Emotional volatility that adds variance. Clarifications that interrupt flow. Any behavior that raises the cost of coordination produces pressure to reroute. Even high-quality output loses priority when it destabilizes planning. Decision makers prefer a flatter curve with predictable lag over a spiked curve with occasional brilliance. Predictability compounds across dependencies. Variance propagates. Anything that dampens variance is priced higher than peak performance. You were easy to replace long before anyone said it. Inside the pattern, engagement is misread as indispensability. Meetings, messages, and requests feel like proof of centrality. Busyness is mistaken for importance. Constant contact creates the illusion of necessity. In reality, high activity often signals weak structure. If the system were stable, fewer conversations would be needed. Output would arrive without discussion. People confuse being consulted with being required, when what is actually happening is debugging. Language reinforces the misread. Terms like trust, loyalty, and expertise are deployed to keep motion during uncertainty. They function as temporary adhesives while alternatives are tested. Praise is distributed to preserve cooperation. It costs nothing and buys time. Compliments are lubrication, not commitment. The person interprets affirmation as recognition. The system uses it as control. The mechanics unfold incrementally. Documentation expands. Permissions are duplicated. Processes are redesigned to remove dependence on a single name. Notice periods are extended under banners like alignment or visibility, flattening peaks and concealing risk. Backup credentials appear. Vendors are piloted for resilience. A junior shadows just in case. Each move looks prudent in isolation. None triggers confrontation. Confrontation would reintroduce friction, and the system already chose reduction. Your influence never extended beyond convenience. Silence is misinterpreted. Fewer urgent requests are read as stability. Fewer escalations are read as respect. Longer timelines are read as trust. What is actually occurring is rerouting. Coordination costs are being transferred elsewhere. Critical paths are being redrawn to exclude the individual. Requests diminish, because decisions no longer require their input. Where once they were pinned, now the system proceeds. Metrics shift quietly. Performance is evaluated at the unit level. Individual narratives lose relevance. Leaders demand outcomes formatted to standardized fields. Anything outside the frame is dismissed as noise. Effort that cannot be compared disappears from memory. Context becomes liability. Exceptions are priced as risk. Justification loses weight when replacements produce acceptable results without explanation. Once replacement becomes viable, execution accelerates. Budgets allocated to smoothing variability signaled the change early. Software purchases consolidated authority around repeatable workflows. Intake migrated to portals. Processes hardened. Informal favors were logged and formalized. A name that once authorized exceptions became a drop-down value, then vanished. There was no announcement. There was no conflict. There was simply no need. Scarcity is leverage. When scarcity disappears, leverage collapses. Multiple substitutes drive price down. Roles that can be fulfilled interchangeably lose bargaining power. Skills available at market rates lose special status. Knowledge distributed across a group becomes a property of the group. Systems prefer group properties because groups do not resign, negotiate, or object. Recognition decays. Relationships normalize. Peers stop waiting and follow the new process because it is easier. Permission is no longer requested because it is no longer required. What feels like disrespect is relief. People do not want to live inside another person's timeline. They want to finish and leave. Calendars clear. The emptiness feels like freedom. It is vacancy created by the removal of a bottleneck. Your seat remained empty without slowing anything down. The shift feels justified from every angle. Management calls it risk management. Colleagues call it clarity. The individual frames resistance as protecting standards. Every party cites a valid metric. No deception is required. The system optimizes for lower variance. Individuals optimize for routine. Discretion disappears without assigning blame. Sunk cost distorts perception. The individual believes past effort creates future obligation. They expect favors to encrypt permanence. Systems do not store obligation. They store policy. Only what generalizes survives turnover. Dashboards replace memory. Numbers replace nuance. The person hears acknowledgement. The report records no exception. Shadow replacements fill the gaps. A colleague runs a call they once attended. A contractor absorbs baseline load. A tool replaces manual handling. Notifications still arrive, but only after decisions are finalized. The person moves from critical path to courtesy path. Courtesy preserves civility while eliminating dependence. Face-saving rituals mask the transition. Titles remain while authority migrates. Access persists while credentials stop opening doors. Names appear publicly while decisions occur privately. The arrangement holds because it avoids emotional disruption. By the time awareness arrives, reversal costs exceed tolerance. Recognition is irrelevant. Outside observers recognize the pattern immediately. Roles are standardized. Coverage is emphasized. Processes are reframed as quality upgrades. Budgets praise scalability. Nothing sounds personal because personal language slows acceptance. Operational framing accelerates compliance. The mechanism repeats everywhere. Organizations restructure. Groups normalize behavior. Markets commoditize providers. Options are preserved by removing reliance on individuals. Under uncertainty, optionality outperforms attachment. People search for a moment of collapse. One error. One conflict. One decision. The data rarely supports that story. Decline is the average of many small optimizations. If a competitor offers similar quality with less coordination, the equation tilts. Loyalty cannot outbid efficiency when evaluators are judged on aggregate results. The final belief is uniqueness. the hope that outcomes will reveal difference. But outcomes are defined by the new system. Criteria adjust to match replacement capacity. Evidence that once mattered is excluded. This is not conspiracy. It is rebaselining driven by supply and coordination pressure. By the time proof is attempted, the window is closed. The system has anchored to lower variance. Any attempt to reintroduce discretion appears as disruption. Tolerance disappears. The individual may speak. The process no longer listens. Observers do not remember the person as they remembered themselves. They remember whether work arrived on time, whether the risk profile stayed within bounds, and whether coordination was simple. When the work continues with fewer escalations, the person's reputation shifts to unnecessary complication. The story told about them collapses around the parts that created avoidable effort. People stop describing what they did well because the category that mattered has been replaced. Retelling the past is wasted motion. The present is quiet and steady without them. Once this reinterpretation sets, power reassigns without ceremony. Invitations are not revoked. They stop being issued. Meetings are not canceled. They are held without the person's name on the calendar. Messages are not ignored. They are answered by someone with new authority, and the thread proceeds. The resource that once required the person's approval now lives behind a form. The form roots to a team. The team is treated as the author of outcomes, and credit flows accordingly. You are not needed in the end. Leverage diminishes through smaller signals first. People forward fewer notes to them, because forwarding to the new queue is faster. They are tagged less in group channels. Their questions receive shorter answers. They sense respect has cooled, but cannot point to a single break. The truth is simpler. People do not invest in channels that do not improve their result. If the person cannot change an outcome, there is no reason to engage beyond minimal politeness. Budget follows attention. Accounting labels shift to generics that cannot be owned by one person. Headcount and spend attached to units that report metrics without personalities. The new owners of these lines do not need to negotiate. They just submit numbers. The person is framed as expensive because their presence reintroduces negotiation. Negotiation is a cost. Costs are being removed. The budget documents write the history that colleagues later repeat. Authority reallocates in small administrative choices that look benign. A junior colleague gets edit access where the person now only has view. A standard SLA replaces the person's informal timeline. An internal guide lists primary contacts, and the person's name is not on it. An announcement thanks them for prior contributions and directs future requests elsewhere. No one mentions loss because loss would imply liability. Liability requires a defense. It is easier to erase than to defend. Outcomes become predictable without confrontation because confrontation introduces new uncertainty, and the system already lowered its uncertainty. Projects roll forward using the new path. Those who benefited from the change have no incentive to reopen the debate. Those who lost power cannot assemble a coalition because their claim to relevance rested on discretion they no longer hold. The new equilibrium contains them as a harmless variable. They can speak at length without altering the plan. Your access is gone and not returning. Observers adjust their mental model of the person from source to archive. Questions asked of them are historical, not operational. Their name becomes a tag for legacy detail. It is useful only when something in the archive must be retrieved. People nod when they talk because the content carries no risk. Their words do not need to be opposed since their words cannot force action. Resistance is unnecessary when someone has no levers. The social layer tightens around the current path. Casual invites move toward those who can approve and deliver. Group norms harden into an etiquette that makes it awkward to reintroduce the old chain. Polite phrases confirm inclusion while practicing exclusion. The person interprets small curtsies as a path back in. They are just courtesies. When they make a strong claim, The silence that follows is not surprise. It is non-interest. A pattern requires no public post-mortem. People prefer to avoid scenes that force them to declare hierarchy. They keep surface warmth to avoid reputational risk to themselves. They do not want to be attached to drama, so they deny the person an audience. This is not personal so much as practical. Being linked to conflict costs time and options. The easiest route is to let the previous actor burn off energy while the work continues. Measurement stays aligned to the new normal. Stakeholders compare weeks to weeks under the new path, not to prior quarters under the old one. Improvements are attributed to the new owners by default, regardless of causality. Misses are also theirs, but misses are less frequent because variance is lower. This creates a feedback loop that hardens commitment to the new allocation. The longer it stabilizes, the less appetite there is to revisit it. You are outside the room now. The person's attempts to regain footing read as requests to increase friction. Requests for exceptions are handled with templates that decline exceptions. Appeals to past contributions are acknowledged, but categorized as irrelevant to current constraints. Loudness is penalized because loudness suggests future volatility. People avoid volatility. The person is marked as a source of unexpected work. Unexpected work is the first thing removed when capacity is tight. Former allies reposition. They say they will help when they can, and they do not escalate. They manage their distance to protect their role in the new order. The fewer bridges they show to the past, the stronger their current standing appears. This is not betrayal in their minds. It is alignment with the direction they cannot control. The person reads it as hypocrisy. The system reads it as maturity. If a gap emerges, it is solved without reopening the closed path. Someone builds a workaround that does not require the person's participation. As soon as the gap closes, the example becomes proof that dependency was never needed. Stories about how hard things used to be are treated as exaggerations. The past becomes a cautionary tale for over-reliance on individuals. The person becomes a case study in risk rather than value. In parallel, informal status markets recalibrate. Names that circulate in rooms that matter are names tied to current levers. The person's name circulates in spaces that no longer set outcomes. Reputation drifts down to places where it cannot be exchanged for access. Being liked or remembered does not convert to permission. Decisions do not cross their desk, and the desk is the only place where status turns into power. The final state is unremarkable. Work is done. Reports go out on time. Stakeholders sleep more because there are fewer surprises. No one is forced to make a hard choice about the person. The person was not pushed out of a moving vehicle. The vehicle was rooted away from them. The map no longer requires a stop there. There is no urgent need to erase them fully. Some relics remain on old pages and in old folders. They are left as reminders of previous complexity, not as threats. When someone stumbles onto those traces, they do not trigger action. They trigger a short explanation about how things are done now. That is the only use these traces serve. The person may believe a dramatic return is possible. Observers do not build scenarios that contain that event. They do not plan for sudden volatility without clear upside. They set budgets, staff, and timelines against the new baseline and confirm alignment each cycle. All loops close without the person. Their presence is not modeled. This is how the outcome sits. There is nothing to fix inside it because there is nothing broken inside it. The loss already happened in the form of pathways that no longer touch them. Any appeal lands on surfaces that were designed to deflect appeals. Respect exists as politeness, not as power. The process advances and does not look back.